In light of the successes recorded so far, the general consensus at the summit seems to be that more has to be done to raise more export earnings for the country.
Thank you very much.
Now, joining me to look at the prospects of this is the lead consultant, 3T Impex Consulting, Dr. Bamidele Ayemibo. Welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, and as we start off, what's Nigeria doing to help the non-oil sector so that we can move away from being a mono economy to a diversified economy?
The government is trying to do a lot because it's become necessary because of the challenge we're currently facing in the sector, particularly issue with foreign exchange inflow into Nigeria. CBN and Nigerian Export Promotion Council are trying to do different initiatives. On the part of Nigerian Export Promotion Council, they have what is called Export for Survival Initiative that was launched last year. And the part of CBN, we also have another program launched last year called the RT200FX. That's the race towards generating $200 billion in the next 5 years. The only challenge I have is the fact that there's no synergy such that these can be done together. But more importantly also is the fact that we are not hearing the presidency talking about this. Just the way when the Anchor Boreal program was launched, how the president was talking about it, the minister was talking about it. We have not seen that happening within the export space, even though the government agencies are trying to do a lot by themselves. But it would be good if the president can own this initiative to be able to salvage Nigeria and help us generate more forex into the country.
You're saying that you're not seeing a synergy between the CBN and the Export Promotion Council. What can be done to address that?
That's why I mentioned the presidency. The president hired both of them. So he will be able to get them to work together. They are both working for the same government to be able to help the government to achieve whatever they have promised Nigeria. So the president should find a way to bring them together. So we shouldn't be seeing two initiatives launched. We should have one initiative launched by the federal government, the president, and then all the agency or government concerned galvanizing around it so that we can have a synergy and be able to get the desired result.
Now, pardon me if I may ask, how will, the fact that we have parallel markets, the official exchange rate and then the, Bureau d'Echange exchange rates, how will this help this goal of the RT200 or work against it if you catch my drift?
The goal of RT200 is actually to converge, to increase FS generation so as to make FS available and crash the price so that they can be convergent. That's the goal of the RT200. So with the RT200, if we're able to achieve that objective, we will have a lot of dollar supply in the country. The price will come down, and then we'll be able to have a convergence between the parallel market and the R&E window. That's the objective. So that's the whole essence of having RT200 to be able to generate more foreign exchange and make Naira appreciate and drop the exchange rate price.
Now, if the states in Nigeria are giving the autonomy to control mineral resources within their domain and exploit them for economic purposes, will this boost the non-oil sector?
When you say giving them autonomy, nobody is stopping state from doing whatever they want to do right now. Any state giving that narrative is not ready to do any work. All the state need to do is to set up a special purpose vehicle, get a license from the federal government and explore in their state and then pay royalties to the government. So the federal government is not in any way stopping any state from exploring what is in their state. If the state is ready, the state will set up a business unit, maybe with a private sector, get the license from the government. If a private sector can get a license, a state government can easily get the license from the government and pay royalty, which is very small, to the federal government. So nothing right now is stopping state government from exploring all that they have in their state. What has happened to Nigeria is that the state governor never come in to explore those resources in their state. They come in to wait for money coming from Abuja to share.
What counsel perhaps do you have for Nigerian exporters in the area of, the quality of the goods that are being exported? Can they measure up, to the quality of goods by these other countries where there are more exporters and where the space is very competitive?
The issue of quality, many countries have fixed it. And what they did is to ensure no product leave the country that is of bad quality. So Nigeria needs to set a minimum standard. If you are shipping ginger, this is the minimum standard. You are shipping sesame seed, is the minimum standard. If you are shipping cocoa, this is the minimum standard. so that when it gets to the port or the agency of government check it, if the quality is low, take it back. Let it be used locally. Don't send it abroad. So if there's some country that when you go below the minimum standard, the good will not leave the country. When we do that, naturally, both the exporter and the farmer will adjust. If we do that, we'll solve this problem once and for all.
You know, Mr. Bamidele Ayemibo, we hope that the relevant government agencies are taking notes and are, making the right moves, to make the industry competitive for Nigerian export players. I want to thank you very much for your time and contributions on Africa 54. Mr. Bamidele Ayemibo is the lead consultant, 3T Impex Consulting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.